You got scored on, now what? No matter how good you are going to get scored on. Every goalie lets in goals. Don't feel bad about it. Linus Ullmark won the Vezina Trophy last year with a 1.89 goals against average. That should tell you that even the best goalie in the best league in the world is going to get scored on more than once per game. This should also tell you that you can't get too down on yourself for letting in a goal. We don't want to let in goals, but you have to be able to move on because it's just part of playing hockey and part of playing goalie. So what do we do after we let in a goal? There are two different ways to approach this. I'm going to give you both of them as well as my advice for what to do. The first thing you can do is nothing. You don't have any kind of routine, no plan. You just get scored on and you do whatever you feel like in the moment. Some people do that. You don't need to have any set plan or set routine. Just go ahead and do what you want to do. I don't recommend doing that though. I recommend having a routine. So first things first, you need to move on. Like I said at the beginning, every goal that gets scored on, you need to be able to forget about that goal and move on to the next shot. The only thing that matters when you're on the ice is the next save, the next play in front of you, the next situation. Too many goalies get scored on and they carry that goal around with them for the rest of the game. It ruins their confidence, it distracts their thinking, and it makes them play worse. Instead, you should just move on from that goal, forget about it completely, worry about analyzing it after the game, but for now, live in the moment, worry about the next save, and that's it. To truly move on from a goal, you need a system. This is what I would recommend. This is what you see a lot of pro athletes do. A lot of goalies follow a similar routine after they get scored on. I think you need a system that you can follow that instantly, if you get scored on, you just revert back to doing this. You don't even have to think about it. You don't have to copy this exact routine that I'm going to talk about in this video, but I think you should have some type of system, something that works for you that you can apply every time you get scored on, because it's gonna happen. If you let in a goal, get the puck out of the net. Don't shoot it hard out of the net. Definitely don't shoot it at another player, but get the puck out of the net to make that goal a distant memory. I never like keeping the puck in the net. It should be out of there. Just get it out of your net and away from you. Next, I think you should go for a skate. You should take that negative energy that you have that's building up inside you and channel it in a productive way. And that could be skating around to the boards, skating back to your net, or skating from boards to boards. Anything you do, you just need to use that energy that you have instead of being upset, being stressed, or anxious about the next play. Use that energy, channel it into something productive like a skate, and that way you'll be a little bit more relaxed when the puck drops again. The next thing I recommend is drinking water, but in a very specific way. I think you should have a water bottle on top of your net so that you can do this. And what you want to do is take a sip of water, but don't drink it. Instead, swish it around your mouth, gathering up that negative energy that you had from letting in that goal, and spit it out. This is something that I learned from someone else. I don't remember who, but this is a psychological trick to get rid of that negative energy that you probably have inside you after you let in a goal. When you spit out that water, you release that negative energy and you're ready to feel positive and move on to the next play. Again, take a sip of water, but this time let it relax you. Feel how cold the water is, feel how it refreshes you, and see how it can allow you to move on to the next play. The goal that you just let in, it's over. Drink this new water, you feel that positive energy, and you're ready to start the game again. The water ritual makes sense psychologically. This is something that I've always done, and for me, it just works. And I recommend that you try doing that as well. Finally, you may want to add an affirmation or a phrase that helps you refocus. When the puck is about to be dropped at center, you can say this to yourself to get you back in the game. It could be something that you're already using, something that you think about a lot, and here are some examples. Refocus, relax, focus on the next shot, stay in the present, you're the best goalie in the world. Whatever works for you, it doesn't really matter as long as it's something that makes you feel confident and you can remember to say it every time you let in a goal. And that's it, that's the routine. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be even exactly like this. It's just important that you have some kind of system so that when you get scored on, you can revert to this without even thinking about it. This allows us to calm our emotions. This way you're not shooting the puck at anybody, you're not banging your stick. You don't want to show too much emotion on the ice. You want your team to be confident in you. And if you're angry or stressed after a goal, that's obvious. People pick up on that energy and you'll influence your team in a negative way and the other team in a positive way for them. You can get ideas from other goalies as well. Watch what a goalie does after they get scored on. A lot of them go for a skate, they drink water. You can get ideas from any goalie, try it, add it into your routine, and if it works, keep it, and if it doesn't, move on. Like I mentioned at the beginning, you don't need to have a routine. You can do whatever you want after you get scored on. Some goalies probably don't even think about this at all and it works well for them. I just think that it's nice to have a system to fall back on. It's nice to have a routine. This is supported psychologically. It makes sense to have a system to get you to refocus and move on from the mistake that you made or the goal that you let in. Maybe the most important thing here is to try to not be too hard on yourself. Like I said, Linus Ullmark had a 1.89 goals against average last year and he won the Vezina Trophy. That's almost 2 goals a game. So it just shows that every goalie will get scored on no matter how good of a season you're having. You need to not let that get you down. You need to be able to refocus for the next shot And then after the game, that's when you go back and analyze what you could have done better. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment for videos you want to see in the future, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future videos. See you in the next one.